Welcome to the week 1 of the MDL. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content we've been bringing out so far. But first off, let's just begin. Starting off strong, he has his Tera Captain and his first pick, Garchomp as a Tera Captain, to Scale Shot, Swords Dance, and just be entirely a bulky and an annoying Pokemon we have to definitely prep for. It is one of the premier threats of the team, so first off the list is a max HP, extremely physically defensive Earthworm with an Aqua Berry, just to guarantee no Flamethrower, Fire Blast Garchomp could ever beat me. With Iron Defense, High Horsepower, and Body Press, this Pokemon has great chances to win, just even given the matchup. Heavy Slam ensures that we can always kill Sylveon, and Body Press pretty much damages the rest of the team. I nullify one of his strongest moves already, but I still want a bit more support for Earthworm, and for my other defensive Pokemon in the back, considering I don't have leftovers recovery on some of them. So for my next pick into this battle is a simple max attack, max HP Rillaboom. Even though Grassy Glide did get the heavy nerf this generation, it's still very strong into his team, and especially his Swampert, which can pivot around my team very much. So the first thing I want to do is to make sure our U-turn, our Wood Hammer, and our knockoff attacks can do a lot of damage back to him. Clodsire is my third choice into his team just because it deals with a lot of his Pokemon. Arboliva is not doing much unless it specs Earth Power, and we are going to hit it back with a Gunk Shot. More importantly, Sylveon, Kilowattrel, these guys get completely walled. This guy is extremely key for pivoting around, and with Rocky Helmet, we'll make sure nothing can pivot around me, not for a little bit damage myself. For instance, Kilowattrel might run a U-turn instead of Volt Switch to, obviously, into my Clodsire. So we're just going to be getting that continuous shit with leftovers recovery and the grassy terrain. I'm actually Rocky Helmet now. I lied. With leftovers, with pretty much leftovers recovery, we will be doing as much damage as we can to these defensive Pokemon while also healing up that little bit. Finally, we need some more damage. So we choose our Tera Captain with Tera Fighting, Superpower, Contrary, Enamorus Incarnate. Hopefully muscle past every single Pokemon in this game. With Iron Head, maybe we could chip down Sylveon if I really need to, or as a latch ditch effort, we're going to bring back one of our other Pokemon to max HP with Healing Bush. Play Rough is there for stab before Terastallization, and even though it can miss, it's probably the best I've got. Prior to Tera, actually, Rotom Wash looks extremely nice with his double status Will-O-Wisp and Thunder Wave. This Pokemon is sure to just be a nuisance to the rest of the team. It's going to Thunder Wave the things it can't hit. It's going to Will-O-Wisp the things it can't hit with Thunder Wave, and we're going to cripple most of his threats. It cannot. Lucario cannot touch me. Kingambit cannot really touch me. Garchomp can't touch me. Metagross can't touch me. It's going to be a very interesting. It's a great Pokemon. That's what I'm trying to say. Finally, the last Pokemon on the team is Scarfy Trade. We're going to bring Double Scarf into him, just because it's super strong into his team. With a combination of fire, with a combination of Magma Storm, Flamethrower, and Flash Cannon, this Pokemon can hit his entire team for pretty much super effective damage. Now the last law on this Pokemon is a little bit curious. Maybe we can run Earth Power, but we eventually settle on Dragon Pulse. Just because if the opportunity presents itself, we manage to force out Garchomp, hey, Dragon Pulse on your head top. It's going to do a lot of damage. It does about 65% if he has no HP. That's because Garchomp is just a monster. I'm very scared of this Pokemon. Let's see how we can do. I think this team is whoever can win with their super first, who could get set up first, whether it be my Earthworm, whether I get a superpower in or two, or will Lucario Swords Dance and have his way with me? Will I eventually just lose to the Garchomp anyway? I've held you long enough. I hope you guys are hyped for my week battle against Evan. That's my team. Let's see how we can do.
So welcome to the week 1 of my MDL game versus Evan, and we bring this team. Hopefully you guys have saw the draft analysis, so you know why we're bringing each and every Pokemon. And now looking into this team, I'm saying, okay, Rillaboom is a pretty free matchup into a lot of his team. Let's just see it. We set up the early terrain if Garchomp wants to come in. We set up the early terrain for our switches in the back to come in. Now, please keep in mind here, I don't know my opponent's Tera type yet, even though I've told him. It's whatever, but yeah, at this point, I don't know what this Garchomp's Tera type is, and obviously, if I knew if it was something else, maybe I would have tried to play around it. But yeah. Okay, so anyways, Rillaboom comes out here versus Garchomp, and I don't really know what to do. I'm like, hey, what is this thing going to do? It's probably going to SD. It's going to be kind of annoying. And I was just double checking that this was his Tera type, Tera Captain. He didn't tell me what it was. So I'm kind of left in the dust. If it is Tera Dragon Skill Shot, I think I just lose. If it's something like that, it's very scary. So, what do I do? That's what's going through my head right now. Do I want to knock? Do I want to get momentum? What Pokemon do I have in the back here? I have Orthworm if everything goes wrong. Like, at the end of the day, I wall this with Orthworm. So I'm like, hey, I don't really want to get Flamethrowered. I don't really want to get Draco, because it's definitely something that could have come into this matchup, because my Orthworm is pretty obvious. So I'm gonna go into my specialty defensive wall. But then we figure out that it's actually Tera Fire. It is Tera Fire. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate that Tera Fire, and then this is just saying, okay, it's gonna be Flamethrower, right? And then he reveals Swords Dance, and which is pretty fair. I mean, if I take damage, yeah, in any case, if I take damage, it could go pretty bad. I have Heatran Scarf, but I do take off Earth Power in the last moment. Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it. I could have made the aggro Enamorus play here, but Scale Shot's very obvious. So now maybe on a potential EQ, I'm thinking maybe Rotom isn't bad. On a potential Fire move, it's not bad. But I'm like, I'm a Clodsire. We have a lot of HP. We have Grassy Terrain up. We are unaware. That does so much damage anyways. Maybe we weren't unaware for that. And we do about half. So at this point, okay, this is an Akaberry range. This is for Orthworm. We're in Orthworm range. What can we do? Like, okay, in hindsight, maybe I should have sacked this Pokemon, because it really wasn't doing much. The play I make here is a little bit greedy. Yeah, Orthworm has the tools necessary to defeat this Pokemon, and Rotom is kind of scary. Into his team, Orthworm is, and we got the Iron Defense. Could wall his entire team. Beats can Gambit for sure. Just stuff like that, right? Enamorus is also a pretty good failsafe here. Like, it's also looking pretty good. If I could get this thing weakened, even just outright gone, because it's a fast Pokemon, I don't want to deal with this in the end. But yeah, this Rotom play is a little bit greedy. I didn't need to make this play. And honestly, if I was just sacking something, I should have just sacked this Pokemon, bring something else back in. But judging by his team preview, maybe I wasn't too keen on doing that. But anyways, we do see the switching out here. Also, apologies for the lack of editing on this video. I edited for 5 hours that stupid draft analysis video that took so long. Yeah, and he does Scale Shot here, which is a good play on him. Maybe if I wanted to make the mid-ground, it's not Rotom. Rotom was my mid-ground, sorry. And then I should have went Enamorus, maybe. Like, it covers all the bases, but I didn't want him to... Because I don't know, he could be Tera Blast Fire, he could still be Flamethrower. Maybe I should have just went Hard Enam here. Yeah, he's gonna probably kill me with whatever move he has here. And yeah, and we are down Rotom immediately. It's kind of unfortunate. Like I said, if I knew that, maybe I wouldn't have switched into my Clodsire. First, I have Grassy Terrain up, maybe I go Scarf Heatran. And I maybe press it out with Earth Power. Which is kind of unfortunate. Like, I mean, hey, all commiserations to my opponent. I think he played well this game, and I got tilted, as you'll see later on in the game. But in any case, I think he's a cool guy. Yeah. In any case, this was just a bad play, me going Rotom here. I did not need to make this play. It was kind of greedy. And if I wanted to sack something, like obviously, as you can see, I do live a Scale Shot. It was really greedy. This was a greedy play. I'm not going to lie to you. And it doesn't work out for me, and he can just kill me with Fire Fang. So now we know his entire set. EQ, SD, Fire Fang, and Scale Shot. Garchomp is a monster. Like, it is just a monster. This thing is so strong. But at this point, he's -1. I decide to go into my Orthworm here. And Orthworm has high horsepower. I actually checked the calcs. If it's just no HP, just normal, we have the tech. I calced it. Body press actually did not KO. Well, no, I don't think it KO'd at all. It might have been like a roll, but high horsepower is always a KO. And Iron Defensing, and at this point, if I could kill this thing, Iron Defense, Grassy Terrain Recovery, we're cooking. We are cooking. His special guy is his Kilowatchel, which is not Tera, obviously, because this thing already Terra'd. And it just might be going crazy in this battle. That's what that was my sort of thing. A high horsepower here. We're gonna get the KO, and we're gonna move on from here. Scarf Enam looks pretty nice now. No Rocky Helmet because we are Scarf, or sorry, no Rough Skin. We are Scarf Terra Fighting. So we're gonna see how this goes. And he does Fire Fang. We do have the Alkaberry tech completely shutting down his Garchomp. We're still gonna take a decent amount from it. Actually, I lied. That took nothing. We took nothing. But we miss high horsepower. I definitely would have killed it as -1, and now I think I just lose. Now I think I just lose. I mean, the rest of this battle is just kind of whatever. Like, maybe it was a good thing you didn't hear my during my thing. I was pretty mad at this point, but honestly, it's just a Pokemon game. You don't have to be mad, right? And he hits Fire Fang again, and he kills my Orthworm. So I mean, this was, and then like you can see how this battle goes. Like this battle's over. This battle's over. Scarf HN, maybe if it still had Earth Power, maybe might have been able to randomly outspeed, but yeah, this is over, right? Nothing I could do here. And like I was saying at this point, I can't do anything. Enam does come out, so we are threatening to be faster than this thing. And at this point, he knows my Terra type, but he might not think like what could he really go for here? Might be something else. So we're gonna immediately go for the Terra Fighting superpower. He doesn't know my speed tier, of course. Like I could be Scarf. I could be, who knows, man? Who knows, really? I could be Scarf. I could be bluffing Scarf. But at this point, Terra Fighting superpower is my only play here, I think. And then honestly, at this point, I'm on full tilt. I was like, I have to land a superpower hit. And I'm pretty sure my EV spread, if he was max speed, it would not have done anything. But he knows my Terra type at this point, right? So, which makes sense for the play he makes. It makes sense. Because if he didn't, it just doesn't. He does switch out. And he goes Uni, which is his Kilowatchel. Look how much this damn bird takes. We do Tera. Oh dear. Yep, there we go. We need to get the Tera off. Tera Fighting. My beautiful Tera Captain. And superpower. Bang. That did so much damage. And that was an unresisted move, right? He would have definitely just died if it was anything else. That wasn't super effective. And none of this, but again, at this point, I have to say I'm on tilt, and then, yeah. Because this is turned into a battle where I thought I had full control. I could, like, I have this thing chipped. It's looking good, but this is a stupid play on my end. I don't know why I sin. I have a full HP Heatran in the back. This is a dumb play on my end. Yeah, and he just kills me with Scarf. So maybe if I go Heatran, the game continues because I'm Scarf. But yeah, this was a on tilt play, and I think I just lost my previous draft battle before this. I think that was a pretty close game. But in any case, yeah. Heatran comes out now, even though I should have went into this. I should have just made this play before. Like, there's really no reason not to. I bring the double Scarf, hoping to catch him off guard. And I mean, at this point, this game is over. I can't do anything. I do actually wonder if he knew my Terra type. And at this point, yeah, Swampert comes out. Like, this team would have been so nice if I still had Orthworm at a manageable HP. But, nay, as is Pokemon. You win some, you lose some. I'm just a bit sad that I didn't get to use my team. Like, I had the prep, I got the tech on deck, but... It is what it is, right? Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm pretty excited to see... I mean, it's a long draft league. It's a long game ahead of us, and yeah, I mean, commiserations to my opponent. Really, he took it on. He did very well, honestly. I mean, the Scarf Kilowatcha was a good bring into me. It was just very good, actually. Maybe, yeah, and at this point, if I sack Claws, I mean, this game is over. I can't really deal with anything he has left, and he just flip turns. And I simply have nothing, so... If you guys have enjoyed, I'm not really sure what you can enjoy from this. It's a quick battle, at least. If you guys are... It's a quick battle. Yeah, and this thing comes out to ruin my life. There's not much else. There's not much else to say. I'm looking at this point, is there any way out of it? Terrifier is a good bring in to me. In fact, if I didn't sack my Enamorus, because at that point I was not thinking clearly. Like, I should have just went into my Heatran like the plan was when I brought it, but... Hey, you learn, you live and you learn, right? And... It's been a while since draft. I've played draft. I've gone back into it, but it can only be up here from now. So, although we do get the win, we are negative... Well, I mean, as you can see, we are -6 in kill differential, so... It's only up here. It's only uphill from here, right? I think I live Fire Fang. Yeah, I do. And you turn out into who? God knows. God knows. But that's that, right? I definitely should have sacked thing, but I was just pretty mad at this point. Because I really wanted to use Orthworm. I really did. I really did. But there's nothing else to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little battle of my week 1. I'm pretty interested to see if my opponent will upload his point of view. I want to see what his point of view is and how he played around. Very cool. Very cool. Tera Garchomp is such a menace. This Pokemon is so cool. Honestly, this Pokemon is so cool. And I think my opponent used it very well. He brought it out immediately. I couldn't deal with it. I simply couldn't. And I think that was that. Yeah. So once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys are new to the channel, please check out all the other coaches in the MDL. They're pretty nice people. Pretty sound people. And... yeah. I mean, I did play pretty bad. I played pretty bad. I should have just went Heatran in on that guy, and then maybe I still have winning chances, but... Because you saw how much I take. Honestly, that was kind of like... His team is pretty weak to fighting. It just doesn't kill, but like at this point, it simply does not matter. And that's the battle, really. That's the whole game. So although we do take a pretty big L in this battle, it has given me a lot to prep for next week. I think the prep was fine. I think my playing and actual positioning was not good. Fair play to my opponent. He played very well. But maybe if I'd known his Tera type and he didn't know mine... He definitely doesn't make that Kilowatcha play if he doesn't know I'm Tera fighting, by the way. I don't think he knows. I don't think he makes that play, but... If he does upload, I will be watching that, just to see his point of view on that turn. But yeah, in any case, I hope you have enjoyed this week 1. We do actually end up getting the win, because even though we do get pummeled 6-0, we do actually end up getting the win because can't be breaking the rules like that. Maybe it wouldn't have changed much if I knew it. Maybe I go immediately into Heatran. Maybe I go immediately into Rotom, which might have been another thing. Rotom actually would have been such a nice switch, and if I knew he was a Terrifier. Maybe he just doesn't Tera at that point, but in front of Rillaboom, you might as well, right? So in any case, that was my week 1. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, please leave a comment saying who your favorite team is, who is your favorite matchup from this season. Unfortunately, we cannot do watch togethers because the admins of this league have prohibited it, and that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I promise we'll try to do better in the next battle, in the next weeks. But that's that. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much. Check out the MDL other coaches if you want to be part of this, maybe in the future season. Be sure to join the Discord. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.